Player, how you just gonna let your lady dictate your dress to impose her will on the impression that you're going to be making with their image? Well, today we're going to be talking about 5 reasons why you need to be careful about letting your lady pick out your clothes for you. What's up, all you good fellow fly guys? You know who it is, the Cat in the Hat, your resident fly guy, your chief architect, Michael Andrew of StyleArchitects.com, here to help you redesign your frame of mind when it comes to the styling thing. And it's What to Wear Wednesdays. Yo, I hope that you've been showing up this week in style, but if you haven't, if you've been having some issues with your image, or you find yourself a little bit confused when you step into your closet, well, fret no more. That's exactly why I'm here, to ensure that you are showing up in style and leaving a lasting impression with your image. Now, before we get started on What to Wear Wednesdays and why your lady needs to leave your closet alone, if this is your first time here, welcome. Yo, this is a great time for you to be here, especially if you're a fella. Ladies, if this is your first time here, don't get mad at me. But before we continue, if you find the information beneficial, please consider subscribing. I would love to be a character in your stylistic story. If you've already subscribed, you know there's only one other thing to do, and that is hit that notification bell, and that way you will be notified each and every time we put out new content. Now, before we get started, ladies, don't get mad at me. The reason why we're going to have this conversation is because a lot of times fellas do look towards their ladies to help them figure out what they should be wearing, and ladies will make their decision, and the look doesn't look bad. It's not a total miss, but it's definitely not reflecting the identity or the character of the person that we are having a conversation with. And it's because they just don't, there's certain dynamics that put them in a space that doesn't really allow for them to be helpful to you at a maximum capacity. So we're going to talk about 5 reasons why she shouldn't be in your closet. And the first one is because most women, some but not all, most but not all, don't really know menswear. And when I say that, I mean that they don't really understand the construction of menswear, and so most women are going to dress you like they would dress if they were men. So they don't necessarily understand proportion. They don't understand how color and pattern mixing actually works with menswear. And they also don't understand quality items when it comes to menswear. So because of that, what they end up doing is they end up color blocking for you, or doing monochromatic looks that don't play off of texture, or don't play off of, patterns within the monochromatic look. And so it ends up looking either dated, or ends up looking very muted for the look. The second reason why you need to keep a lady out of your closet is because she's going to often shop the way that she shops for herself. Now, when it comes to fast fashion, a lot of young ladies can go to a fast fashion store and get some stuff that they'll actually keep for a long time. The reason being is, number one, they're not going to have to wear it frequently because they're going to have a diversified wardrobe, and two, the way that those pieces need to be constructed is not the same way that the pieces for menswear need to be constructed. So you got your lady taking you into that fast fashion store. She found a great blouse that she can wear under her sweater. And then she goes over to the men's side and she picks out a dress shirt or a suit jacket for you. And so she puts on her piece and it looks amazing. It looks flawless. But on yours, it looks frumpy, or it looks disproportionate, and it looks off. And so then you end up looking kind of crazy, and you wonder why when you stepping into spaces with some tutorial juggernauts that you look like just whack. You just look off. You don't look like you're ready to compete or to stand up in those different types of situations. Which leads me to the third reason why that you shouldn't necessarily be letting your lady dress you. And that is because she's going to be looking at you through rose-colored lenses. She thinks that you're great. She thinks that you're dope. She thinks that you're awesome. And so a lot of times she's going to say, this is what looks good to me. This is what I like to see you in. And that's cool. I get it. I recognize that. But the problem is that may not be beneficial for your money. That may not be beneficial for your social situations when you are trying to maneuver through those spaces. And so oftentimes when I'm talking to a lot of young ladies about their men, they'll say this is what he should be in, or this is the reason why I think he should be in it. And the problem is that does not correlate with the business that he needs to do. It doesn't correlate with the diversity that he needs to have because of their budget. And so she's not thinking in those manners. And so she she may be doing a disservice to him unintentionally. So it's important for her to remember that just because she's biased and she loves you and she thinks that you're great and all those amazing things, that doesn't mean that she's going to necessarily position you for success or for progress. The fourth reason why you have to be careful about letting your lady into your closet is that she's going to often be in the flow, in the emotional space of developing your wardrobe. Now, this is, again, not all ladies. Some ladies can be practical when it comes to these different types of elements, but at the end of the day, she may want you to be on par with the other guys that she's seeing you out with. So she's going to buy all these different types of clothes for you. And that's cool, that's dope. But studies show two things. The more options that you have, the more challenging it becomes for you to pick something. So if you have 100 shirts, you have 40 or 50 pairs of pants, you have 200 ties, and you have 80 pairs of shoes. Well, then you have all these different combinations that you can put together, and that can be a little overwhelming. It can be a little daunting, and you didn't really even need those because you already know that you have your 3 favorite pair of jeans, you have 2 to 5 favorite shirts, and you have 2 or 3 pairs of your favorite shoes. So if you just scaled down and got the things that you love, it would actually be much easier for you to figure out what you were going to wear each day. The second side of this is the more decisions that you have to make throughout the day, the more you actually find that you're not making the best decision for yourself. So a lot of business people will stick with the same type of uniform simply because it's one less decision that they have to make throughout the day, and not just an emotional acquisition. Because if you're moving through emotion specifically, then you can potentially put yourself in a bad situation for the type of expression that you're looking to convey. The last reason why you shouldn't allow your lady into your closet is because she doesn't allow you into hers. I'm being petty right now. She don't want you in her closet, so don't let her into yours. She don't let you go out and pick out clothes for you. She'll just be like, babe, just go and give me a gift card. I love shopping at such and such store. Give me my gift card. Or she'll tell you exactly what to buy for her birthday or for her anniversary or whatever. So don't let her into your closet. Be petty. Shoot, it ain't gonna hurt nobody. Anyway, that's all I got for you. Quick video for today of 5 reasons why you should not be letting your lady into your closet. Now, again, this is not for every lady. I know some young ladies who have studied menswear. They are qualified and they know exactly what they are doing. This is for the average woman. Just be careful about letting her give you too much insight when it comes to those different types of things. And I do talk about that briefly in my book, Style Speaks: 10 Keys to Sex, Substance, and a Signature Style. So please make sure that you go pick that up. And leave me some comments in the comment box if you need to defend your lady. If you need to talk about why ladies should be dressing their man and the benefits of it. Let's get that conversation going within the community, or why you agree with me, and let's keep the conversation going. Don't forget that we are here every Monday through Saturday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And lastly, please don't ever forget that dress is nothing more than the expression of a man's state of mind, so you should always dress to express. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.